Okay, so here I am. It's Monday. Just attacking the market, and actually, not because I wanted to, but actually started bad, and I was explaining why. I didn't notice that here I wanted to attack MS to the upside. Here, sorry, I saw it here. Then I just stopped me out, but the mistake happened because I didn't notice that I had MS. Like sorry, ES here. So I literally bought sold one contract, and in the blink of an eye, I got like minus I don't know 3, 4, 500. I can't remember exactly, but it was a bad trade, basically just out of a mistake. Probably should have stopped out, but I didn't. So yeah, no can do. I still believe that after the price gapping above the daily high from Friday and then retesting and failing, I think that it will be more upside. Probably could end. I don't know, of course, like 100%, but I believe it could trade higher. What I'm seeing on NQ is that I believe it could take all this price action here if it is to trade higher, basically based on where it's coming from. And also, like I said, is gapping higher outside up today above Friday's high, and it's retesting clearly, and this doesn't want to trade any lower. Point is also the fields to the outside up are at the moment 0 out of 9 gaps. So of course it means that it could trade somewhere around this gap here and remain here the whole day. But it also means that if the price is showing strength to the upside, that it could definitely of course, trend up. So I want to see if it remains there. I'm waiting for price to continue trading a little higher and maybe closing and trading above these highs. If I don't see rejection here, then I will just go break even at that point. And this risk free tool is just for orientation, basically, just to I'm more aware of my risk and what's going on. So I have it pretty much clear on what's happening. I still have to configure this, but basically I just want to have like a visual orientation what I'm aiming for, and basically try to make sense pretty much out of it. So yeah, and also similar for gold here. I bought after this fourth bar to the third bar low. The market seems to clearly reject the downside of the outside gap down. So I believe in this case it could go for a fill. The statistics is not really much in the favor because it's like less than 9% out of 13 gaps. But my point was this that it didn't seem to reject to the down end. So yeah, I mean, I'd say I want to see if it wants to fill the gap. Initially, I have this high here, but I'm gonna see how the price trades around the gap fill, and if it is to maybe give me a good close above the gap, I might hold the trade. But if not, then I'm probably gonna exit there, which is let me see, roughly it would be, yeah, like 2.4 R, which honestly I don't care. Just basically just trying to basically orientate myself and have a better, I would say, more clear and understanding and view of my actual targets and stuff. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let them be for now. I think NQ looks a little better after this fourth block close. And yeah, but let's see what he wants to do. Let's see what he wants to head. I want to still see these 15 minutes close. I will definitely love to see it closing above this close here. It hasn't filled the gap yet. So let me actually just even remove this line because it's mostly messy rather than helping. So yeah, the point is gap fill is here, so it hasn't touched it yet. So I'm gonna see. I do want to see it trading higher, of course, and also closing above that gap fill. And maybe there is a further continuation, but we'll see. See what happens soon. All right, so I have reduced the Nasdaq a little bit my risk, and well, after I added one trade, let me get back to Nasdaq here. So basically, this 6 bar when it trade lower here to the low of this button started to trade higher. So at the same time that I reduced my risk, I added one more on the break of the same bar. And the way it closed at it high, so I believe it could definitely, of course, continue trading higher, but that's not a given yet. So I do want to see on this current bar a further continuation, so it doesn't get, let's say, drawdown or somewhat entry. But yeah, I want to see the break. Of course, the close above this high in the 5 minutes if it wants to continue higher, and let's see if I see continuation. If not, I'll probably just get a stopped out there and probably soon call it a day because well, gold is somewhat answering a little bit to the upside, but definitely this bar, I want to see it closing above here and then further continuing further to the upside. But yeah, let's see. Still have pretty much just 2 minutes on this bar, so I still have like well, pretty much 3.5. So let's see what happens. I think I just got a little trigger here on NQ for some reason. Uh, I know this is strong close down here, so as soon as it was closing, I pretty much just collapsed the trade, which I think it was a decent decision because it basically reduced my risk and exposure. So I didn't take a full loss, but like still it feels like I didn't believe enough on my position to the upside because I wouldn't have gotten stopped out at that point. But still, I kind of stopped myself out. Then I reacted badly of this close here, and then I went short with a small risk in this same bar. Then I also got stopped out there. So then when I saw that this rejection was negative, especially after it took the low, I was just literally just bought the market again. But yeah, I didn't feel fully right about it. Like I said, I'm gonna stick to the initial premise that market seems to not to like the upside, and more than anything, I'm gonna beside this trade. I do want to see now, of course, a break of this retest bar, the third bar in the 15-minute time frame. If there is to be a further upside, but then if not, I'm probably just gonna call it a day soon because well, I don't think that was the right move to do. And on the other hand, I'm just watching gold. It currently took the previous 5-minute bar and it seems to be rejecting, but it's also not the cleanest either. At that point, I am risk free here. I was thinking on gold that the range that I had initially, I think is actually quite long. So for example, I actually was checking, for example, from let's say open to gut feel is already like close to 100 point. I think that's pretty much around and or a little bit above than the daily ranging also. I think that's good for me. I'm gonna see if there's further upside because it seems that is the given current direction. It could definitely stop me out in break even. But if it is to try higher, I'm gonna just basically exit at this retest here, this below this gut fill. But yeah, let's see what he wants to do from here. For now, I'm just gonna sit and wait and see what NQ wants to do as well. Okay, so yeah, I waited for gold basically at this point after this bar here. Traded lower again and took the low of this bear bar. It closed again higher. So at that point, I was pretty much break even around here, and the price actually found a really good momentum after this bar was closed. So there was a good continuation there, and I just got tagged out. I got tagged out. I mean, it could. I don't know what it's gonna do from here, but I think it was a pretty good trade just towards the gap. So I exited at the retest of this area that I mentioned earlier. So I'm pretty much out of goal for today. I'm not gonna be doing anything else. And for now, what I'm doing is I'm just watching Nasdaq because it seems that it's responding better to the upside. So far, I'm not break even, and also I'm watching MS because MS pretty much is at the same spot on Nasdaq. I do want to see both closing above the Thursday high as well. This could be some retest probably. That's why I still remain break even. But yeah, but so far I'm gonna watch. I think the day could be an up day. I mean, if there is, unless price, just turn around now and then just decided to either trade the whole fucking range down or just somewhat hang around this range here. But yeah, I want to see a close above Thursday high, and also yeah, let's see if there is some retest and continuation, and then maybe if that happens, I would like to see well further upside, let's say. But so far I recovered some. The trading goal was actually pretty good, so I'm somewhat pretty much a break even almost for today. That's not what I trade for. I believe that, for example, if I decide to let it be open because I believe there is going to be upside, I think the decision is good regardless of if the trade comes down and stuff mean break even because I think the red overall was good. I noticed also I like the fact that I saw the failure in my earlier engagement and it's fine. I'm not nervous. I'm not stressed. I'm not feeling like bad or wrong in myself about it. I am well aware that trades can just can definitely just come back and stop me out or whatever. But that's also part of the trading. I'm doing my best to remain in a good calm state and also be aware of that I can also make mistakes and that's fine. So like I said, so far I'm just gonna monitor and see if ANQ or also ES they are continue to synchronize each other and they both close like above these highs, which is Thursday. And if that happens, then I will be extra confident to leave my trade out and just pretty much let it go. I could also I mean I have the target here, which is doable, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna exit there at any given time. For example, if I decided to exit here, I think that's also a valid execution. So far, I'm just gonna let it be. I do wanna monitor and see the close of this current bar, which is well basically let me go to the 15-minute. That will be the perfect close that I want to see. So now, for example, I have 6 minutes left. So I do want to see this 15-minute bar trading higher and closer above this. And also, of course, volume is getting a little better. Of course, not like the open, but I like the fact that the open was, like I said earlier, it was an open above Friday range, and it was a retest failure. So that means that there could be further, way further upside. But it's just like my personal view on how I see the price action, and of course what I feel is telling me at this given time. So if there is to be further side, I guess I'm just gonna sit and wait. I'm gonna remain in the 15-minute time frame. I'm not gonna check 5 minutes for anything, honestly. Maybe see if there is some good close in the 5 minute first in the above this swing. But I also noticed that when I look down or lower time frames, I'm feeling a little bit stressed. Like I'm seeing things where there might not be any. So I need to just stick to the higher ones, basically 15, 1 hour, whatever daily, but something more than the five, even though five is good for me for executions, but I still have to look the market from a broader view. So I'm gonna remain there. I'm gonna wait and see what NQ wants to do from here. All right, just as a small update, I've been hanging around with the trade. I haven't done anything. Gold very much tagged the exit as I said earlier, and it hasn't pretty much done anything, just consolidating, which it just retraced and retesting, which is a normal thing to happen. But NQ so far it traded in this bar here. Well, it almost took this high here. It did not, I think. Let me see. The high was 691.50, and the high here was 690.00. So it didn't get quite there. So now price, of course, is retesting here. It did here then, and I am gonna stop out here in this bar. It did not stop me out and break even, so I'm letting it be there. And now price seems to be finding some good momentum for us a continuation. Definitely this bar I wanna see taking the high and closing above. That means I will remain with my train open for pretty much the rest of the day, because this is basically telling me that it could mean that we have another leg to the upside. I don't know how far. I don't know if it even gonna do that, but pretty much I do like the pretty much measurements. Let me see what I have here. Yeah, this is basically -1, which is good. So somewhere there, I think there's a good target. So yeah, let's see what it does from here. I do want to see how this bar continue to develop. It has 6 minutes left, roughly. So I definitely want to see a close above, and pretty much I'm just gonna remain break even. And let's see what happens soon. If I see some sort of the price taking the high and maybe start rejecting in an ugly manner, I probably just close the trade. But let's see. I'm gonna just continue watching on the sidelines for now. Well, this is how it pretty much played out. I was just seeing this bar. It didn't even yet get to take the high, and then this next bar just hit lower. I saw some sort of at this point here in this bar when it traded below the low here. I mean, before it traded below the low, I noticed some divergence with the S&P 500, which was basically it was taking the low and started rejecting it, and it actually came all the way up here. But it seems that there is not more upside for whatever time, so I'm letting it be for now. I'm not sure if I would execute a short. Maybe I want to see the close. Maybe if it is too close below the swing, maybe I could just take a short, maybe go for the gap. But so far, I'm not gonna do anything else. For now, I'm gonna wait. So this bar has pretty much 7 minutes, and yeah, I'm not gonna do anything else until I see the close itself. So no can do. I had some not hope, but I thought that it might continue higher. But then this is maybe not the time. So I'm gonna just continue on the sidelines. I'm gonna wait and let's see what happens from here. So I have a small update. I remained in the 15-minute time frame. I saw this close. It was actually pretty good. I was waiting also this bar to somewhat retest higher and then come down, but it didn't do anything. So it literally just trade lower like at the open and broke the low and then continued. And now it's pretty much below the open of the day and maybe heading for the gap in the lows here. It already took the low of the day, so let's see. I didn't engage because I felt it was gonna be chasing, so I just didn't engage anything here in gold. I mean, sorry, in Nasdaq. What I just actually did was here in gold. Let me see. I think I have this execution. Yeah, here. Just basically, I have this visual orientation here. I noticed the price, yeah, it came after I exited here. It took this, closed the gap, and then started rejecting lower. So it's basically came all the way down and closed below the open, which is here. And then I noticed this current bar retested pretty nicely to the open, and this also the price structure here. And then it started trading lower. So I pretty much sold the as it trades lower here as a continuation to the downside. And also I used the high of the bar, which is here at this point as my stop, and then price actually started trading pretty nicely down. Is trading currently within a gap, which is basically here from 2nd of January from this year. So it's pretty much like 3 months old gap. But I think I want to wait to see when it fills the gap, and also I think it could definitely trade lower if it wants to trade lower and take also this December 31st lows here. Which I actually have them here. I'm gonna just show you the map so it's clear. Here, this is what I'm actually checking now. It's trading already within these lows and this gap here. So let's see if there is gonna be a gap fill, a full gap fill to this level. I mean, maybe if we just want to help and continue trading lower for these lows here these days, but I mean nothing is clear. So far it went down nicely after I entered, and then now it's just retesting to the upside, which is also part of it, and it's normal. So yeah, let's see what he wants to head from there. I'm gonna wait to see if it breaks the low. As soon as it tags the gap, I'm going to be risk free and let it be there. So far, it's actually tanking quite nicely now. So yeah, I mean it's just good. It's finding some good momentum. So I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna pretty much to just be risk free and see what it does from there. Okay, so this was actually well, pretty quick trade on goal. I think it was actually pretty good adaptation and overall execution. Uh, like I said earlier, I just sold the continuation to the downside. So and I tagged the gap fill and also this December 31st lows here. And that's pretty much where price stopped for now. So it tagged me out there and pretty much put me on break even for the day, a little bit above, but still like it doesn't really matter. I mean, it was overall I feel good and recovery and like I feel like I managed to keep myself tight and try to get the best of the best. So it was kind of well, not like sad that I didn't get the initial execution on Nasdaq, but what I'm doing now on NQ is basically the bar is pretty volume is stuck into the downside since it started to tank here, and now it's closing below the open already, and also below this structure of the day, the low of the day. So if there is a continuation, which it might not give me any at the how to say, of the high of the retest, I'm gonna use this also as
Order filled.
as my entry. Actually, it just got tagged pretty much on seems like maybe spread or something. But anyway, I was deciding to take 200 a stop here with the retest. It seems to fail at there, so I didn't go tack on the first execution that I had planned. I don't know if I actually made a mistake and I executed on the market by mistake or something. I was supposed to execute a limit, which anyway, now I'm tagging. I wanted to execute on the break of the low of this current bar after retest to the upside. So yeah, let's see what it does from here. I'm gonna let it be for now. And if the price is to stop me out now and then trade lower again, I might enter one more trade. But if not, I'm just gonna let it be. I want to see definitely now that it breaks the low here and this previous low and continues down to the possible gut fill. But so far, I guess I just need to wait and see. I'm not sure if it's gonna get there. It's quite late also in the day. I'm already been trading more than I initially wanted. It's been like, what time is it now? 6 o'clock. So yeah, like pretty much 2 hour and a half. So anyway, let's see. I'm gonna let this be for now. I'm gonna just sit on the sidelines and watch to see if there's a further drop to come. Well, I said it was actually a little less, pretty much like over 100 stopped out. I got a stopped out there, but this bar came up and broke its own high, and now I'm waiting to the retest of this structure.
Order filled.
And I just got tagged to the continuation to see. This is my stop here. I'm not gonna take any more after that. If there is a further downside to come, I would like to see from this area here, from this retest. Of course, it doesn't mean that I'm right or true or whatever, but definitely that it makes a lot of sense, at least structure wise. But definitely I could definitely still get a stop out, or the price could maybe come and reclaim the open or whatever. But yeah, this is I like this entry definitely. I think it's a good one, but normally my favorite one will be to enter also after the rejection and then continuation and breaking his own low. But definitely, let's see. I will remain there for now and let's see what happens. Okay, so this is where I finished my last trade. Um, I was thinking, yeah, I mean the transaction itself is, in my opinion, is beautiful. Even this initial trade here is a plus. But like I said earlier, it's so late that it might just be like because it's retesting out here, it traded lower, so it actually respected my stop loss here. Then this retest bar was an inside bar, which is actually good in a sense. But of course, I'd rather have it trade lower, but it didn't happen. So at this point, this bar opened and started trading lower. So I left my risk be at that point, and I had a just written note here that I would go break even when it traded below the inside bar low, which was here. So that's exactly what I did there. And then since I short the V2 contract, I think the numbers were good, so I decided to call it a day there. I took the money out of the market basically. I just decided to close my position. So I think it was, I don't know, 300 plus or whatever. So anyway, point is, I believe that it could go lower, definitely fair enough, but I don't want to continue chasing. I don't want to get greedy or over target. And that's actually something I was thinking because at this point here, I was thinking, yeah, for example, one thing I did was I projected this move to the break of the low. So it could be like maybe one minus one SCDs around here. Fair enough, it could get there. I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. So the point is, I decided to not to get greedy, not to over target or whatever, and I just literally closed the trade there, and I'm letting it be for now. This is gonna be it for me. Well, I managed to overcome my mistakes and the initial mistake that I actually executed on ES. So yeah, I'll just call it a day. I'm actually gonna. I haven't even checked this thing. Uh, Wait a second. Let me see how I do this. Hmm, I would say 23.0000 basically. So 11 here. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Yes. Okay. So basically, I just decided to lock myself out for 4 hours. So I'm not gonna do. I would say I'm just trying to help myself to not to do something stupid, and I'm just gonna try to use the tools that I have, especially these like how to say well these security tools that maybe some firms they have to kind of give you a hand or something. So anyway, I'm gonna let it be. This was enough for me. I think it was. I did a good job and the point of how to say trying to find good setups, following the map, and also being able to recover pretty much drawdown. I actually had pretty long drawdown, but the yeah, I'm gonna let it be. This is it for me for today. So let's see what happens tomorrow. That's gonna be it.